Don't die.
You won't die. You won't die.
3,
You won't
2.
die.
Are we playing or not? Why do you keep doing this?
I'm waiting for you to count.
Yeah, but you're talking over me. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Fuck. I didn't get frame skip. Can we
I think I'm
restart?
on world record piss.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool.
Yeah.
Peach.
I kind
I knew this was gonna be happening, dude. Preface for the viewers at home. My internet is shit right now, so if you only get about 5% of bass in this video, like everything bass does, if you only hear and see 5% of it, that's why.
just repeat everything I say.
Yeah, because
As if you would hear it.
yeah, because I would. Yeah, I'll just talk to myself for the whole time. I'll just play both sides, do 2 simultaneous speedruns. Do you think if you did a video of like you play 2 games of Mario at once, one with your hands, one with your feet, and don't say that, but say like, in this video I'm racing Mario 64 against my friend who's never played the game before and is really bad, people would believe you?
I'm off to a good start.
Yep, I'm off to a surprising start. I'm surprised that bomb made it to the cage. It was a pretty weak one. I need to keep it in my head that we're doing 70 star. Because a part of me feels like I'm very likely to forget about it. Eh, babadabida, forget about it. And if I forget about it, then
Is there a rule that says the last thing you do in a run has to be Final Bowser? Like, could you do 16 star, beat Final Bowser, go back into the save, and just get the other 54 stars?
What am I doing? I definitely just did what you did in the start of your womps in the last run. Went up to the islands and I was like, what am I doing? And then came back to kind of this. I fucked that up because I forgot to do the camera inputs. I feel like the last thing you have to do is Final Bowser. And
Like, has anyone tried to just not do it in that order?
I don't know that your run would be disqualified, but
I know it wouldn't be faster, but like,
yeah. If you read the rules on speedrun.com, it probably does say like collect 16 stars as fast as possible and then beat Final Bowser or something. I'm rusty, dude. I say I'm rusty, I like almost tied my THI itty bitty secrets earlier. It was surprisingly pretty easy to slip back into those shoes and pull out the same like level of play on that star again. So you already know one of my stars I'm going for later is that one. This isn't the star I should be doing right now, but I'm here, so...
God, I'm doing everything wrong. That's okay.
I
'Cause
just,
I'm having fun.
are you?
Surprisingly.
All I need to believe in is that you and I have both played an equal lack of Mario since our last race, but that I still have played more than you. Because I did beat that one hack with like a bajillion stars. I was doing some single star before this. I just need to believe that you haven't played as much, and hopefully that carries me.
I haven't played as much, but do also remember that when we did 120, I made it to Bowser in the Sky again after doing an extra 16 star, and you still hadn't finished. So you really need to have played a lot.
I like don't even remember the coins routes. I think
neither.
what I'm doing is fine. You know something fun about the piranha plants in this stage?
No, what?
They fall asleep like itty bitty little babies.
I do that too. They're not special.
I'm not saying they're special, I'm just saying they're itty bitty little babies because they fall asleep. And you're saying you fall asleep? You're an itty bitty little baby. You're so
Sometimes.
small.
For the right price.
Okay, I'm surprisingly at like the exact amount of coins I wanted to have at this point. Considering I forgot what I was doing many. What? Okay, I thought I got sucked into the wall for a second.
I'm not gonna go for that.
My eyes were playing tricks on me.
One more. Okay. I have to call it there. I do one more. Nah. I know my limits.
You know something I was thinking about earlier while I was doing some single star of PHI? You know how I just think of like sentences sometimes? Like I think of words in my brain and I put them together in wacky ways. My brain generated earlier, it generated screw pronouns. What are your proverbs? I thought that was pretty cool, and now I wanna find someone who doesn't know me and ask them
Get someone up at the
screw
club with that.
pronouns. Yeah, ask them screw pronouns. What's your proverbs? And I thought of that sentence while also, like, before I put it together, forgetting that proverbs was a real thing. I was just thinking about pronouns, and I was like, what are the other words? Let's put pro before one of those, and the first one that came to mind was verb, and I was like, oh yeah, proverb is a real word. Should say like, what's your pro adjectives? But that feels like too verbose, you know, there's too many syllables in that. For it to be a silly thing to just roll off the tongue. The reason I'm so interested in this race in comparison with the 120 star is because 120 star, neither of us had a set route in mind. We just knew strats and like you know, kind of just made it up as we went along. But at the same time, we were still both collecting every
What
star.
am I doing?
By the end of it, we were collecting all the same stars. So my intrigue with this race is gonna come from seeing what different stars we go for. And I actually haven't been thinking about that yet, so while I get the last few stars that I would get in this stage, I should probably think about what stars I'm gonna go for later. I need a good head on my shoulders. If you were a snowman without a body, would you ask Mario for head? Sorry, I know that's
Can't
a
I just do that
sore topic.
regardless?
You could, but I'm asking about specifically if you were a snowman.
I didn't want this. Can I even have this? I feel like I just made the wrong choice.
I think I know, like, what kind of stages I want to avoid. First thing that comes to mind is any stage with a lot of water. DDD and JRB. I feel like no JRB. And then like sub, that's all I do over in that place. Like, I'm probably not gonna go too much for the stars I think will be the fastest, but for the ones that I feel most comfortable with, because then it will be faster for me specifically, rather than faster technically. Alright, this is this star, so all I have to do is bam. I'm loving this one frame per whenever gameplay I'm viewing from you here.
That's what I get from you every now and then too. Just one frame every now. Excellent.
What am I gonna do now? I know what I'm gonna go for next. Oh right, I forgot the wing cap even existed. Yeah, I'll get that star. At some point. I bring this up like every time I enter this stage, but my consistency with that trick you do to skip like all the slide. My consistency for it is just like randomly generated whenever I play a run of this game. 16, 17, 18. Shit, I forgot to hold up from the start. Which would have been more fun. Come on. That's one thing I'm like comically bad at in this game, for how many hours I have in it, is controlling the wing cap for some reason. Isaac ass at doing that. I can't lie, I don't see myself going back to BOB. I haven't fought it through that much yet, but I might not need it.
All I know is with the amount of stages I... and I'm not going to... It's...
This sucks, man. I'm like not getting anything from you. I should have tried like restarting my PC before we did this or something. Wouldn't have helped with any internet related issues, which is most of them. I'm dead. Mamma mia. Pizzeria. Baby got the diarrhea. Why am I almost forgetting where the red coins are in the stage? No, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I forgot. I remember. What? Oh, I missed it. I bombed. Just get me up there. I'm trying to visualize what stars I'm gonna get in basement. I think I really am just like... Everything up till now, I kind of had a roadmap in my head of like, yeah, I know these stars are fast, I know how to do them good. Good enough. But everything from here on, I'm kind of just like... It's gonna be completely off the cuff. So I'm gonna go there. Do as many stars as I feel like doing there. Gonna get that, get that. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of stars in basement. I might not go to BBH. I know there's some fast stars there, but like... I'm not all too comfortable with BBH. It's not a stage I've put much practice into. So I'm gonna go to...
No.
SSL next.
I fell victim to the classic PTR role preservation scam.
Single star. Levels of speed doesn't matter here. Just don't be completely useless. Please. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do that star. Yep. This would have been faster with the shell. I'm committed now. I honestly, don't think I get any more stars in SSL after this.
Oh my god.
Did you keep missing throws?
I only missed one, but I've never missed a throw that badly before.
Now I'm just gonna go to that stage and do those stars. I think I do 100% of Lethal Lava Land. It's Lethal Lava Land! Boyle the Big Bully is one of the stars I grinded the most in single star. But I do suck at it. It's another one of those stars where the end feels kind of RNG for me. I am not good at predicting how my game will be behaving post star spawn cutscene. I don't really have an order for how I'm doing anything here. I'm just gonna go into the volcano and do something here. This volcano is one of the most simultaneously fun but stressful parts of doing LLL Green Demon. Like, once you get good at moving around the pathway, it's like, fuck yeah, man. No, I'm not doing that yet. I'm just gonna do... this. Or cash out. I wanna finish Chaos 3 someday. I only ever played Chaos 3 that one time. We were gonna race it when I was doing my no sleep stream and I fell asleep for like 3 minutes in CCM. And then we stopped playing it and did something else. That was a funny stream. It had some silly moments. I think that was also the last time I ever spoke to Panic. What am I doing? I forgot I was doing 100 coins. I started killing bullies. Not for their coins, but to spawn the big bully. That's that 5 AM brain. Okay, grab this ring of 8. How many stages in this game do you feel like you could confidently work out how many total coins are available in them without duping? I feel like I have at least maybe 3. All I heard was, can you repeat?
But like, say all of it.
But what of it?
Mario!
The Mario? I think I entered...
You cut out for like half an hour when you asked your question.
Okay, no, I can get enough. You motherfucking bully! How many stages in this game do you feel like you could confidently work out how many coins are in the stage by just like thinking about it and counting them up? And I said I think I have maybe 3.
Not counting ones I already know this coin count for, probably none.
Hmm.
At least I wouldn't want to put in the effort to think about it.
I don't have the info downloaded, but I could definitely do Womps. I mean, Womps is friggin' easy. I don't know what other stages I'd be able to get. Actually, I think maybe none. Well, maybe JRB, but JRB would be a guess. Just based on the fact I think... Like, I know it's just barely over 100. And I'm thinking it's either 103 or 104. I want to say 103. I feel like it's possible to soft lock the 100 coin star in JRB as well. With one-time
It is.
collectible coins.
If you activate the blue coin switch and don't grab all of them.
True. That's the... Yeah, I remember now. That's the thing I always forget whenever I envision JRB and the fact that you can soft lock the hundo. My brain always goes to the Goombas first, and I always forget about the blue coin switch, which is like the biggest factor. Is it possible to soft lock it in like any other stage, the 100?
For sure. It has to be.
That is like
Well,
something you could accidentally have happen in regular gameplay. And not
if
like
you are
something
bad enough and or
crazy.
unlucky enough that every enemy coin has a trillion speed when it spawns, and you can't grab a single one, and I'm sure it's possible to be locked out of the 100 coin star that run.
I know another way it's soft lockable. Maybe not completely soft lockable, I don't know every possible out of bounds thing that's possible in this game. But I had it happen to me when I played this game on console. But having the SSL 100 coin star spawn inside of one of the ceilings in the pyramid.
Yeah, I guess that can also happen if you're not careful.
Yeah. TTM? Despawning it in the slide is another one that immediately comes to mind. Oh, that could have been sick, but freaking Mario didn't land it. You know what, at this rate I'm just gonna exit course because I already got that star and I forgot about it. I said I wasn't going back here, but you're caught up to me in stars and I'm scared, so I just need to move.
Where am I going?
Okay, I know what order of what stars I'm gonna do. That was overly convoluted, what just happened, but go off, I guess. I'm glad I get no lag on your stream for the MIPS chase.
You usually have to pay extra for that.
You're right. Okay, I have my next, like, 5 stars planned out. 6.
I don't have a plan, I'm just kind of going through. Hoping for the best.
That's half what I'm doing, but I'm also still trying to strategize a little bit. Just so that I'm never at a point where I'm like standing around thinking, like, where am I going? What am I doing? This is not a strat I've ever been able to do consistently. That even looked like one of my best attempts of it. Jumping off of the wrong part of the thing as well. So that's cool.
I can't help but feel like I'm missing something.
I can't frickin' believe you've already done JRB, bro. I didn't even see you do JRB. Or not JRB, DDD. So yeah, that's all I'm doing there.
If I was missing one, I would have gone back, but clearly something went wrong. Oh yeah, I know exactly where.
7 stars. I actually have my next 8 stars planned out, not 6. I've got about 2 very obvious ones. This boy being one of them. Okay. Hey, ababadabida.
Yes, I will.
Oh, look, I'm gonna miss this, aren't I? Yep. I feel like it's maybe possible to. Yeah, it's probably possible to sub 2 hour this in this blind wing it as I go concept. Hey, I forgot about yet another star that existed in this game. So that's one I'll add to my list of stars to get. In this video, I'll be explaining exactly what I do to get Watch for Rolling Rocks. Exactly 0.58 presses.
Never thought I'd see the day that that's an outdated video.
I mean, it makes fair enough sense.
I just didn't think we had it in us to figure it out. It's like Secret Aquarium, Zero presses.
Oh shit, yeah, what does Secret Aquarium look like, actually? Do they just... Does it just eat a... Wait, no. Because you showed me the chart that had like 5 A presses on it. What do they actually do in that?
Well, the issue isn't Secret Aquarium itself, it's actually just getting to it.
I also did forget that you can technically swim with B, if that's what they do.
It is.
Yeah.
Nice, I'm pretty sure it is.
My first guess before I remembered the B button thing was like they built up speed in another part of a different stage or something and somehow transferred it into that, and then it moved Mario through the water automatically.
Entering water resets Mario's speed. So
And
we can't conserve speed into water.
I knew that much, I just didn't know if it had different effects when you spawn inside the water, because that's the only stage, right, where you spawn directly in water without falling into it or something.
I guess, yeah. But there's no difference.
Mother... Come on, Dory. There's like a... I feel like a triple jump here or something you can do. That's it, I'm just waiting for Dory. How fucking long is that gonna take? Don't turn around. At this point, is it even worth my time getting this goddamn star? Dory! Tori's doing another frickin' lap.
What star are you getting?
Trying to go to the metal cap.
You didn't just jump from the middle island?
Didn't make it.
Well, you don't have to make the island, the devs already did that.
I didn't make it. I fucking wish I was playing Super Mario Odyssey right now. Just thinking in my brain about how much more fun I'd be having. I was about to say if Dory doesn't turn around right now, I'm going metal cap this. And I still might. So I just lost like 10 minutes, unironically, on that.
I'm okay with that.
You would be. You always view me as a rival for some reason. Anytime we do anything competitive, you see me as a foe.
That's not entirely true. There's also some Phi and some Phi. And very rarely some Fum.
Took me a second to figure out where you were going with that one.
Uh-oh.
Oh. So, here we go.
You're a bitch.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
No point in doing that. Say as I continue to do that. Wow.
What if Mario 64 was actually renamed to Poop Mario 64?
I remember if there's one for this. There is.
What if Super Mario was Poop Super Mario?
Super Mario.
How original. Thanks.
Wait, was that not it? Oh, it's this, right?
Fuck it, I'm going to BBH. Let's see what happens. No matter what happens, I do not want to go on a ghost hunt. I feel like I hella don't remember where they all are. Get me up here. Which room is it in? Not the fuck this one. Good thing I know about funny trick. What am I doing, dude? Just a double jump kick.
Stop it.
What if Sonic the Hedgehog was called Oop Sonic the Hedgehog?
That's... I can't take that risk.
What, of calling it that? I found my new bit. That's my new bit, is I found my new formula for a bit. What if Nintendo called Kirby Poop Kirby?
You're gonna continue this bit for how long? Oh, right. I'm punked.
We'll see.
It. I did not make it. Mario, now it's not time for your jokes.
There you go with the jokes again. What if we pleading face high-fived in Portal? Pleading face. Hey, what if Valve released an update and on your Steam library you had Poop Portal?
Funnily enough, I almost already have that.
I don't blame you.
I renamed the speedrunning build of Portal to P. Come on, Mario. Fine.
Hello, Mario. Am I in the right instance of the stage? I don't think so. That's fine, I'm just gonna exit. I'm gonna take my business elsewhere, never talk to me or my stars ever again. What the fuck did I just do there? Like skated down the frickin' ice bully. I got an awesome freeze frame of your game there for a second. Hey, there's the one shark. The one and only
That
shark
can't be true.
that exists in this stage. No more than one shark in this stage. Maybe I will get more than one star here. There are some pretty quick ones. Now I have to push two magnets together until they touch. Two magnets of, that push each other away from each other.
Thanks for clarifying.
What? In what world is the jet stream pushing you at that angle? No world I want to live in. In what fucking universe? I'm in 2 time zones from the money where I'm at. Better fuck my ass if I do not get this star. At that rate, it would have been a million times faster to just go up and get the metal cap, do it the normal way. I think I'm done getting stages of stars in DDD. There's one more I was gonna go, aside from sub, but I'm just thinking, I'm looking at you getting to play TTM, and I'm thinking about how there's so many more faster stars I could get. I get the feeling it could happen to just me, just you, or both of us. But I feel like to at least one of us, it's gonna happen to where after just freeballing it, we're gonna get to Attic and like get to the point where we wanna be heading to Bowser, but realize, hey, I only have like 60 stars. I need to somehow BS pull out of my ass the next 5 stars I want to grab. Or 10. Is there anything that says that the last Green Demon Challenge? Is there anything that says that the last star you get can't be bits reds after like bilging up the staircase?
I suppose not.
I'm not even sure I remember where bits reds are, so I wasn't ever gonna go for it. I maybe could have done Fire Sea Reds, but I don't feel confident enough in the star. That's what you don't want to happen. I swear to God, one of these times that your thing freeze frames for like 8 seconds, it's gonna unfreeze frame and I'm gonna see a credits rolling. Like
I thought you were gonna say game over.
that would also be pretty funny. I say also be pretty funny as if seeing it say credits would be funny
so
to me.
much for to playing my game.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be pretty funny.
Thank you so much for fart playing my game. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. I'll probably get a couple stars in Where Dry World, but I like don't want to touch that stage until I feel mentally ready. Okay, I practiced this like I was practicing this just before we hopped in VC. Please let me get it, you motherfucker. Backup star, which I shouldn't be going for because I haven't done this strat in a while. It's not that difficult, just gotta do exactly that, but a version of that where you don't die. Okay, how many stars am I gonna get here? I'll decide that later. Okay, I can make this work. I'm about ready to have the ultimate crash out. You've never
So
seen
soon?
one like this. So soon, I feel like... imagine, like, a guy leaves his house and he walks down the street, and he's walking for an hour, and within that hour, he gets mugged, like, 500 times, stabbed at least 300 times, and he's like, I'm gonna crash out, and you say, so soon?
On my version of that hypothetical, this man's already dead. So,
Then that makes the so soon make even less sense. I feel like at the point of death, that's a reasonable crash out. Like, ah, I'm dead. I'm about to throw my headset. I'm going to break my monitor, I swear!
this has been cool.
No, I wish it was a bank quote, it's just some video. I am the angry pumpkin. Sigh. I wish I was still winning. That's how these races go. I maintain a commanding lead in the first
You have the
portion.
advantage during the 16-star portion. Anything after that, I'm more consistent.
I also get the worst things ever happen to me. And have my psyche beat to a pulp, and my mental state absolutely grinded out of me till there's nothing left.
That's why I invested in not letting that happen. My mind is strong.
That can't be true. There is
Strong enough.
no equipment
So I'm down here now.
in any gym to flex the brain muscle.
You're right here. You followed me up here?
You bitch!
Honestly? Like, let's be real for a second. I miss those memes where it's like some fictional character from some like animated anything having a conversation with another. And it's like, let's be real for a moment, and then they're just suddenly like hyper realistic versions.
I've always been a a big fan of let me be clear fades out of existence. It's been a personal favorite of mine to see people do. You know, one of the worst things about the internet, and I guess YouTube in specific, is
Mamma mia!
Mm,
I don't want to talk anymore. I just had the most, like, psychotic mental break I've ever experienced in utter silence.
why?
I don't want to talk about it. Do you want to watch The Social Network together?
I don't know what that is.
It's the movie about Facebook or something. I don't know with Andrew Garfield and
Like the president?
yeah, and the guy from the movie with the magic guys. He plays Mark Zuckerberg in the movie. Don't talk to Mark. He's locked in. Don't you do this to me. I think I'm about ready to be done. I'm checking my watch and it looks like I'm ready to clock out of just living on this earth, on this planet, in this time, in this day and age. I think that's it. It's time to pack it up and go not home.
One. I recovered 1 health from the spinning heart.
It doesn't even feel like I'm just normal sucking ass at the game. It feels like the game is sucking its own ass for me and I just have to watch. But somehow that's worse. Because at least if I was sucking the ass, you know, I'd feel like I was doing something productive.
Please.
This game really is about to be renamed to Poop Mario 64, at least in my eyes. That's how... that's the only way I'll see it from now on. $73 plus 16 is 79. 89.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah. See, I'm good on coins. Again, should I say?
Oh, true. Wait, so then how do I... I don't want that to happen, but... I guess I can work with that. I'm not working with anything ever again.
Oh, I guess I'm doing SL now, just because that's where I ended up.
Here we go! Hego. Here we go! Hego.
So you know how the last of one of these races was called like 2 below average SM64 speedrunners, one of which is 6 foot race on Chinese Star, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to think of the title of this one, and I'm currently I'm thinking about how to suck your own dick and balls tutorial.
I don't think YouTube's gonna like that one.
But it's just a Mario video. Surely they wouldn't flag it. Surely they wouldn't be like, this guy uploaded a fucking how to suck your own dick and balls video. Quick, download it and then delete it off the servers. Save that one for later.
I need to show the missus.
I've seen... This is how I know it probably wouldn't be an issue. I've seen, like, crazy videos on YouTube that shouldn't be on YouTube. Like, fuck, I don't know exactly what the video is, but it's like a guy, I think, comparing, like, some type of instrument, made to simulate phallus with real phallus. And he's like bending over halfway through like a curtain so you can't see the back half of him or something. And that's on YouTube. I don't think they'd have a problem with really poor Mario gameplay. Just an awful performance from me at this this particular regional competition. It's always satisfying to get that side of the box ground pound. I like it. I didn't mean to enter with this water level, but it makes no difference in this particular star. Which I honestly forgot even existed. Don't talk to Mark. He's locked in. Okay. I know what. I know what coins I'm locked in on now. What coins? What stars? Alright, no save states, I just have to do this. Which is fine, because this isn't even that difficult. I just do duck. Just whenever my subconscious feels like fucking, it begins to do just that. I'll get back over there this way. Make the exact decision here to do this. Especially because things like that can just happen to you when you have the biggest, roundest bellies. What if they renamed it Hitman Poop Money?
What would be the difference?
Actually, I think it would go down better as Poop Hitman Blood Money. I thought you liked Blood Money because of how much you talked about it.
How can that be true?
You were like, this reminds me of Blood Money the one time you meant it, and then you kept saying it just
I feel like
to
the
say
only
it.
times I've ever described blood money was to say how bad something was. Like when I was comparing Ruin to blood money.
I didn't think you were saying that because you thought Room was bad, so it reminded you of just something else you thought was bad. I thought you were saying it because of like graphics
No,
or
I
like
explicitly
gameplay.
said it was bad. I know that much.
I had no reason to connect that you were saying, this reminds me of Hitman Blood Money because Hitman Blood Money is just another game that you don't like. In that case, why not just say like, this reminds me of any other game that is bad because I don't like this one.
Oh no, that's the thing. It did genuinely feel like blood money.
Funny money. Can we just race Gex at this point? I'm downloading the
That's
ROM
why
right
racing
now.
with you sucks for everything.
What do you mean?
Every single time we race something, halfway through you're like, can we stop doing this forever? And threatening to quit halfway through because you're not winning.
Well,
Every single SM64 race of any kind, I'm pretty sure, has ended exactly like that.
listen,
At least I've had that happen.
I can correct you on multiple counts. I don't threaten to quit because I'm not winning. I threaten to quit because I'm not having a good time. I also never intend on quitting when I say that. I just say it to make my brain think I'm quitting so that it stops caring. If my run was going exactly the same as it was right now, but you were sucking major dookie butt and only had like 49 stars right now, I'd be saying, I forfeit, you win. Whoa. Where even is the last red coin? Up there, I see. I can smell you.
Here we go!
Oops.
Hego!
Secrets in the shallow and sky. Owe it all to spirit and sky. Yeah, I don't know why in the last instance of this stage I didn't just raise the water once I got up here, so if I did fall, I don't need to climb up. I'm just gonna use the excuse that you wanted to win more, and that's why you won. I didn't want to win, so I didn't.
Whatever you gotta do.
But it is true, right?
If you need it to be. Wait a minute. True.
So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Give me this, at least.
Oh, truer.
Why is this actually an itty bitty secrets that could rival my single star times? That was actually a really good one. I needed a win. Let's do this. Alright. Next star I'm going for. I guess there's another star even after this one and the other one that I could get. It's pretty quick here. So that means 3 more here puts me at 66. And then I can think of at least 3, potentially 4 there, that wouldn't be too bad. But I can actually also think of 2 there that would be nice and quick. I definitely still sub 2 hour this, as I suspected would happen. So I'm gonna go for 2 there, 4 there. Actually, I don't even need to get all of the stars I'm thinking about, because I keep forgetting about the toads. So I guess I'll get the toad in place of one of the stars I was thinking about. That's a star I haven't truly done properly in a while. I actually haven't done any of those stars in a while. This might be a complete and utter train wreck. We was establishing earlier how all of the 16 star stuff at the beginning of these races, I take the lead. How is that even true? You're more consistent than me at the late game, why are you not also in the early?
I feel like in early you're like better movement and stuff.
Mm.
But I fumble less in late game, I feel like.
Yeah, my biggest issue is the fumbles. If I just like learned more stars, not just like base strats for them, but also like get more comfortable with them, so if I fuck up it's like, hey, I know how to amend this fuck up. Then maybe I'd have a smoother experience. The 120-star race is what motivated me to do more single-star stuff, especially in THI, because I was like, man, I don't know shit about moving around in THI. Maybe after this race I'm realizing I should do more in other stages as well.
139.01.
GG. We agree I still win though, because you're playing on Bandemu. A non-leaderboard viable copy. I like the RNG. I forgot to angle myself. Fucking stop going in a completely straight line. Yeah, fuck it, that doesn't make it. Let's just get this over with. Am I climbing this? You know the worst part? I'm apparently better in the early game. I feel like I still lose a 16-star race. I just don't got it in me like that. Though, to be fair, I think it would be the same dynamic. I'd probably be fine in lobby, but my 16-star basement is not good. The stage is, like, I can do fine, whatever, but I've not had much practice at consistently figuring out MIPS clip, and then BLJs I'm also pretty untrained with. Oh, 16-star, my main weakness is castle. Anything. Cool. Awesome. They call me Resnor, the way I be living on rotating platforms for the rest of my life. Oosh.
Hey, look, it's the funny mural.
It is the funny mural. Right, at least I'm pretty go at throws. Not at
I think they
grabbing
went
the
3 for
balls.
4.
You know, I think all this time Mario's just secretly trying to hook up with Bowser. Because he spends this whole game, whenever he sees Bowser, chasing Tail. But he just doesn't know how to open up and talk to people, so he ends up spinning him at violent speeds and throwing him into sea mines.
That happened to me once on a date. There was never a follow-up date.
You only
Just
got as
didn't
far
know
as
how to
Bowser 1.
handle each other. We just threw each other into bombs.
Alright. Well, I stopped the timer like a moment later, but I was like 1:46:50. gonna drink some Dr. Beba. Make me feel better. Bars.
Is what that does.
You know how drinking raw Coke syrup is apparently a death potion or something?
I mean, I imagine that's true for any soda syrup.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is that the case for Dr. Pepper syrup? Because I would definitely
And it's all thanks to you.
do that shit if you told me
Have to do something
I could do it and live and not
You
face health troubles.
you will likely face many health troubles,
special. Let's bake a
and you also won't even enjoy it.
for Mario.
So,
Am I just locked out of my main monitor? No.
could soda syrup be put on like pancakes or something? And like be fine?
Repeat what you just tried to say.
Could you put soda syrups on pancakes and eat them and be fine? Does it work like that?
You would need a very loose definition of fine, but it might just work.
That's all I need to hear. I'm doing it. Give me my pancakes. Man, something I haven't had in a while. I really like them. Are breakfast pancakes, ones that you put in the toaster. And
Like the frozen stuff.
I don't know that they're frozen. They're no more
Or at
or
least
less
like boxes
frozen
stuff.
than you would freeze bread. Like they're the kind of thing that you keep.
Like Eggos.
No. Like, 'cause Eggos you actually make, don't you? Like you actually have to make the pancakes.
I thought Eggos were just things that you just shove in a toaster and that's it.
I don't know,
I don't
because
actually
we don't
know for sure.
have Eggos. Yeah, but either way, yeah, you just throw them in the toaster, pull them out, eat them. Some butter, pretty nice. Yeah, those like the chocolate chip ones or like the blueberry ones. Could fuck that shit up.
Still thinking about the guy who thought he was eating like blueberry waffles until he checked the box and they weren't blueberry waffles and they were just moldy.
That's awful.